Hi, and welcome back to the lead guitar instructional videos. We are in the lead guitar offices on the campus of the University of Arizona. Before we get into playing some of the songs in Lead Guitar Method Book 1, I want to talk about two things that you should think about with every song and every practice session every day. And those are component practicing and a warm-up routine. I won't talk about these before every song, but I want you to apply the concepts to every song that you play. So the first is component practicing, and that's the concept of dividing pieces into their various components and practicing those components separately, and is done with every single song in various ways. First, we'll often practice the right hand of a song completely by itself before we add the left hand. And as an example, I'd like you to do that in 1, 2, Buckle My Shoe before you actually play the song. Playing just the rhythm of the song with your right hand, practicing the alternating of fingers before you add the complication of the left hand and thinking about the D note and all of the things that you need to do with left hand as well. Clapping is another important element of component practicing. You don't need to do it every song, but every time that there's a new or a complicated rhythm introduced, I want you to do it with the song. In fact, even before you play right hand by itself. For example, with 1, 2, Buckle My Shoe, we have quarter notes and eighth notes. And in order to really be precise about the way you're subdividing that beat, quarter notes and eighth notes, I want you to practice 1, 2, buckle my shoe, 3, 4, shut the door. And it's also a good idea to sing it. So the last bit of component practicing, other than how we apply that to a warm-up routine that I want you to think about, is practicing treble spots in a song, practicing the individual moments that make the song most difficult. We have an example of that coming right up in Rain, Rain, Go Away, which is using the D, D, B, E. It's the first time we have to switch strings, so I like to separate out just those 4 notes, just that little motif, and practice it separately before we try playing the whole song. The idea is, if we pinpoint the weakest links in a song, the things that make it most difficult, and make those links stronger, then the whole song will be better. The other concept that I talked about applying to every song, every day, every practice session is the warm-up routine. And I won't go into detail about the warm-up routine before each song. It's spelled out very clearly in the book, and you'll be able to tell which warm-up routine goes with which song, but I'll talk about some general concepts here and you can apply them to each one. So we always start with right hand by itself, and as we're focusing on an individual hand, I want you to look at that hand as you're practicing. 100% of your focus should be just on that hand, and that's really the idea. We also do left hand by itself, which isn't always possible because sometimes in order to produce a sound, of course, we have to have the right hand activated. But you've already seen that when we learned how to use the left hand, for instance in video 3, when we first introduced that D note and pressed down and let go, we did that without the right hand playing. And that's related to that idea of narrowing your focus to the smallest possible component. So if we just play the B string, you can really just look at your right hand, just play one string, focus on the beauty of that sound, and relax into your practice. So as I said, I don't want to interrupt each song video with a warm-up routine and with ideas about component practicing. It will be clear how you can apply those two concepts to each song. And when we play the songs, when we have a song video like Rain, Rain or Twinkle, Twinkle, I want you to be able to just hit play and play along with me and the student who will be playing with us and enjoy the music and focus on music making.